And I'm Akira.
And you're watching
Deontay's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? You know, Eddie Hearn and the gang, they've been talking about announcing this Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight for almost a year now. And we still don't know how close we are to getting an announcement, if we ever will get an announcement. It's pretty funny because about maybe 6-8 months ago, it seemed like Bob Arum, Tyson Fury, and Eddie Hearn were all confident that this fight was going to come to fruition. Now, all of a sudden, Tyson Fury, he has said a couple weeks ago in an interview that he doesn't know what's going on. You know, when he hears Eddie Hearn saying the fight is almost announced, he said, well, they must know something I don't know. I'm completely out of the loop. And then he says something like, I might end up fighting against Deontay Wilder next because I don't know what's going on. A couple of weeks after Tyson said that, one of his promoters, Frank Warren, he came out and he said because of the arbitration situation with Deontay Wilder, this Anthony Joshua fight may not happen. And now Bob Arum, who has always sounded like he was confident this fight was going to happen, now he's even losing hope. This is what he said about it. He said, maybe we'll breathe some life into Wilder and Fury will fight Wilder and Joshua will fight his WBO mandatory, Usyk. Eddie Hearn is busy trying to sell a London Bridge. Let me tell you, last time I talked to Eddie was early last week and he said he was going to have a signed agreement from Saudi Arabia in 24 hours. Well, he's a little late. Wouldn't you be pessimistic if you haven't heard from him or anybody in a week? We're the promoter with Frank of Fury, and we haven't heard from Eddie in a week. Now, once again, guys, all of a sudden, Bob Arum, he went from talking like Eddie Hearn about how confident he was of this fight coming together. Now he's talking a lot like Tyson Fury has been talking. Basically saying he doesn't know what's going on, and he's the main person that's supposed to know what's going on. Then Bob, he goes on to say, Eddie sent me a draft, but it was not a binding agreement. And it was supposed to be turned into a binding agreement in 24 hours. And Frank Warren and I haven't spoken to him since he's gone radio silent. So there it is, guys. Bob Arum and Frank Warren, they claim that they haven't talked to this man, Eddie Hearn, in over a week after he promised he was going to send them a draft in 24 hours last week. I have never in my life seen a promoter struggle this much to make a fight come together. I mean, Eddie is making it seem like it's just a problem with finding the investors, even though Eddie Hearn, he has said like about 3 weeks to a month ago that they finally found an investor that's willing to pay all of the money that they were seeking to get. And for some reason, the fight still hasn't been announced. I notice Eddie Hearn, he always makes it seem like the holdup is money. But I'm starting to believe that it has a lot to do with the arbitration situation. Like I told you guys earlier on, even Frank Warren said the ongoing case with Wilder could definitely derail this fight with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And Bob Arum, he also said in this interview, speaking of the arbitration, he confirmed that arbitration is still going on. He said, but it's just a waste of time and money. But that's a simple fix right there. Because if you don't want to waste any more time and money, all Tyson Fury has to do is honor the rematch clause that he signed. I mean, it should be a no-brainer. Wouldn't you rather make an additional $20 to $30 million fighting against Deontay Wilder instead of sitting over here in arbitration, wasting money, wasting time? It makes all the sense in the world. Once again, if Tyson Fury was confident that he has no problems beating Deontay Wilder in a third fight, he would have took the fight already. I mean, remember, guys, AJ just had a fight a couple months ago. Tyson Fury could have did the same thing. He could have fought Deontay Wilder around that same time. And I can guarantee you if he would have did that, if he would have beat Wilder, the Tyson Fury versus AJ fight would have been super easy to make. They probably would have negotiated for about a week and the fight would have been done. But instead, Tyson Fury, he chose to not fight Deontay Wilder and continuously waste a lot of money and time trying to get out of a Wilder fight. It makes no sense at all. It makes no sense at all. But it's starting to sound like he may not have a choice. He may have to fight Deontay Wilder. I mean, as worried as Tyson Fury is to take this third fight with Wilder, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyson Fury just up and said, forget it. If I got to fight Wilder, I'd rather retire. I'd rather just retire where I am right now, right off in the sunset, and not even risk losing to Deontay Wilder. I'm going to keep reminding you guys, Tyson has said on multiple occasions, multiple interviews, that he feels Deontay Wilder is the most dangerous heavyweight in the division. He feels that Deontay Wilder would beat Anthony Joshua. Now, I had some fans who were trying to defend Tyson Fury saying this, and they said, oh man, well, he's just saying that because he beat Deontay Wilder already, so he's trying to make himself look good. Guys, if that was the case, Tyson Fury would have already took this Wilder fight. If he truly didn't believe what he was saying, it would make way more sense for him not to go through the arbitration and mediation. It would have made sense for him to say, man, I can't wait to take this fight. I mean, once again, think about it. Would you rather make 150 million or would you rather make 200 million? Because with all the controversy surrounding Tyson Fury's gloves, that alone would have gave the pay-per-view a hell of a boost. So there's no doubt in my mind, Tyson Fury would have made anywhere from 20 to 50 million dollars after all the pay-per-view revenue comes in. And then he had the option to go on and fight Anthony Joshua 2 times for $150 million. Once again, Tyson Fury's actions proves that he's telling you the truth when he says this guy is dangerous. I've already told you guys, understand this, when Tyson Fury says that Deontay Wilder is the most dangerous, he's not dangerous because of his boxing IQ, because he's such a skilled boxer, Deontay Wilder. No, what makes him so dangerous is you have to be alert for 12 whole rounds. You can be outboxing this man for the first 6 rounds, the first 7 rounds. But as soon as he lands that right hand, the fight could be over just like that. Remember, guys, Tyson Fury, he said that he felt like Deontay Wilder almost killed him in the ring. So that's what makes him so dangerous. This is why Tyson is so reluctant to take the 3rd fight, because there is a lot of pressure on him to win that fight. If you have to go in that ring and you cannot cheat, and you got a man like Deontay Wilder who is completely motivated and out for revenge, oh man, that's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. So we'll see what happens. I mean, once again, Tyson may not have a choice but to either fight this man, depending on how the arbitration is going. I mean, for all we know, maybe they're not announcing this fight because they've been told not to announce this fight until the judge gives a ruling, until there is closure when it comes to the arbitration. That's a possibility, because remember, Tyson Fury was supposed to fight last year in December, and right when he got close to fighting, all of a sudden he had to pull out. And I know for sure that was because of the mediations and arbitration, because they probably told him, you're not going to be able to just go ahead and fight someone else while we're in the middle of this mediation situation. So it's very possible Tyson Fury has to wait until there is a conclusion with this case. Let's see what happens, guys. We're supposed to get a ruling sometime in May. I think that's what Bob Arum said. Let's see if we do. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. What's going on, guys? You know, I've always wanted to find a second source of income. And I've always wanted to learn about stocks and trades because I've heard so much good stuff about it. So I finally found a way to do it. And now I'm learning from 6, 7, 8-figure traders. So not only am I learning from them, but the most important thing is I get to copy their trade. So I get to earn while I learn. Now, if you want the full details, click on the link below so you can learn while you copy and paste their trades. And just understand this, guys, just by watching the video, you're doing a great job of supporting my channel, and I appreciate it. And the craziest thing about doing this trading is you can do it anywhere. All you need is an internet connection, and you could do it just with your phone. So if you want to learn how to make a second income alongside me without having to pitch, sell, or recruit, go ahead and click on the link below, and I'll see you inside.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with The focus ball. Dramatically improve footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a focus ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a focus ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a focus ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a focus ball. When you train with the focus ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the focus ball now.